Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today we have a battle of the bands. We're gonna compare Metallica against Slayer, two of the big four. Metallica and Slayer, they started back in '80, as you all know, playing thrash metal, although Slayer continue with that, or we can say with their early albums set the standards of thrash metal sound. And Metallica, from the other hand, they try to, let's say, to approach different style, a bit more heavy, and then slowly more mainstream. And yeah, well, commercially is the most successful band, but they lost a lot of their hardcore fans. While Slayer, even that they experimented a little bit with nu metal sound, still they kept original thrash metal elements in their sound. So for this Battle of the Bands, if you haven't watched before my previous video of Arch Enemy against Children of Bodom, go and jump on this video and watch it. And I'm going to explain again the rules. So we're going to compare each of the band's album, the first album, then we'll go on the second, the third. We're going to pick a winner. Every winner will get 2 points. The loser doesn't get any point. If any of these bands, they have more albums than the other band, will get 1 point for every extra album they have. On this occasion today, both of the bands, they have 11 studio albums, so there's no extra 1 point for anyone. I'm not going to include the cover albums, Garaging from Metallica and Undisputed Attitude from Slayer. I'm not going to include any live albums or any collaborations like Lulu that did Metallica with Lou Reed. Just only the studio albums, that's all. And let's start and see who is going to be the winner. Put my glasses on. We have first album of Metallica, Kill 'Em All, versus Show No Mercy of Slayer. Both of them debut albums. Has both albums, they have great songs. Production, of course, is not the greatest. We're talking about 1983, so we don't expect the productions to be great here. Although Slayer, I think they have a little bit more classic songs like Antichrist, Die by the Sword, and Black Magic. I think they're more trademark songs like the Metallica ones. I have to say that Metallica album is a little bit more consistent. So all the songs are great. It's very consistent. So for this battle, I'm gonna choose as a winner, not by much, but a little bit. Still, it's a winner. Metallica, Kill 'Em All. So we're gonna put 2 points for Metallica. So next one, second album. Second album, we go Metallica, Ride the Lightning versus Hell Awaits. Very dark album, Hell Awaits, of course. If you've watched my Metallica album ranking, you know that I rank this one the first. I think it's the best Metallica album, in my opinion. Slayer was 5th in my listing. Of course, is more thrashy. Slayer, faster. but I think the songwriting of Ride the Lightning album is top. And I will go again with Metallica as a winner, Ride the Lightning. So we're gonna add 2 more points to Metallica. Next one, third album, Master of Puppets. For many people, the best Metallica album. For me, I think it was the third. Against Slayer, Raining Blood. What can we say about Metallica album? One of the greatest, of course. I understand why people say this is the best album. Great songs. Of course, Master of Puppet, Welcome Home, Battery, great songwriting. But for this one, I have to go with Slayer. That album defines for me the whole thrash metal sound. Put the standards, the highest standards, and since then no one ever succeeded to overpass this album. So for me, on this one, clear winner is Slayer and Raining Blood. So we put 2 points for Slayer. Next one, And Justice for All, the most technical Metallica album in my opinion, against South of Heaven. Very technical as well for Slayer. We could say the heaviest, not the heaviest for Slayer, but definitely the heaviest from the first era of Slayer, between the heaviest of Metallica era. And Justice for All. My only issue, I don't have nothing about the production, that bass player, you can hear it, it's fine with me, I don't have any problems. My only issue with this album is that it has longer songs, like 9 minutes, 7 minutes, again 9 minutes, another 7 minutes, 6 minutes, another 6 minutes. It's a very long album, which from the other hand, Slayer is a little bit more direct. They do have slow songs, of course, and one of their best, South of Heaven. They have some fast ones, Silent Scream, Ghosts of War. But I think both of them are very consistent. I think I will go with Metallica on this one. Songs like One, you can find them very easy. Even after all those years, not everyone can write songs that like One, Blackened, Harvester of Sorrow. I think I'm gonna go with Metallica on this one as a winner, and Justice for All. So 2 points for Metallica. Then we have the next one, Metallica, the Black Album, against Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss. Who can deny the commercial success of this album? No one. Songwriting, great songs. Ender Sadman, how many times have this song have played on radio stations, like on rock bars or wherever? Sad But True, Unforgiven, Nothing Else Matters, the two ballads. People love them, Metallica, from these two songs. From the other hand, what we have, one of their best Slayer songs, War Ensemble. Spirit in Black, a good song. Dead Skin Mask, Hallowed Point, Seasons in the Abyss. Although that Metallica changed their style, Still is a great album, but I have to say I wasn't a big fan. I like the songs, of course, I will listen to them every time. But that period, I remember when I wanted to listen to something heavier, I would choose Pantera or another band. I wouldn't go to that album. But for me, to listen to Seasons in the Abyss, because it was one of the best thrash metal albums out there. Of course, it's not Raining Blood, but has great songwritings. I think I have to go on this one by very close with Seasons in the Abyss as my choice for this battle. So we're gonna put 2 points for Slayer. Next one we have Load against Divine Intervention. I don't have to say much on this one. For me, I have a very clear winner here by huge difference, because I think Divine Intervention, for me, I consider it one of their best albums. It's no other other pick for me. Like, never liked Load, never liked that style that Metallica choose, and the songwriting. I don't think it's the greatest. Like, even if you want to play something that kind of style, I would choose easily, let's say, Megadeth's cryptic writing than this one. So definitely for me, Divine Intervention 100% is a clearly a winner. So I'll go with Slayer, and we put 2 points for Slayer. Next one we have Reload against Diabolus in Musica. As you all know, and if you haven't watched my Metallica album ranking, please do. I think Reload was at the bottom of my list. I don't like this album. I think it's even worse than Load. From the other hand, though, we have a change of sound for Slayer with new metal elements inside, but still has some thrashy songs as Bitter Peace, Scrum, Point, that have this, let's say, trademark Slayer riffs. Although it's changed, although it's very low, usually on people's ranking, still I believe is way better album than Reload. I think Reload is from that era, the late 90s, as you remember all the big bands and thrash metal bands, they changed their style. They tried to play a little bit more commercial, experiment with the sound. I think Reload, it's one of their worst of every album there. Maybe if I can compare it to, I don't know, Distraction, the least successful Human Cannonball, maybe, because that was just some ideas that Mike made it album. But still many people maybe like it more, that one, because it has a fresh sound, like more machine head, let's say. I don't know, this one, I never liked it, the Reload. So my pick for me is Diabolus in Musica, because I think it's a little bit better album than Metallica ones. So another 2 points for Slayer. Then we have Saint Anger for Metallica and God Hates Us All. For this one, what we have Metallica try to, let's say, bring back some a little bit old school speedy elements in their music, but not doing it with the right way, and choosing, of course, the worst maybe production that they could ever choose. From the other hand, what we have, still the same nu metal and more groovy elements for Slayer. Killer production, super heavy. I think this is the heaviest production that Slayer ever had. But the songs here, especially Disciple, is top songs. For me, we have a clear winner here. That album is great. I think is very underrated. It's a great album for people that even they like the old school thrash metal, or even they prefer the nu metal bands. I think it's a great choice for everyone, so I'll go as a winner, God Hates Us All, and another 2 points for Slayer. Next one, Death Magnetic against Christ Illusion. Metallica on this one, big improvement, I have to say. Probably the most thrashy, could say thrashy heavy album after Load era until now. Has a lot of vibe from the 90s. Slayer, from the other hand, was very anticipated album because they hired Dave Lombardo back, and of course they changed as well. That phase with the nu metal things, I think, didn't work for the big bands, so all of them, they start trying to go back to their original, let's say, sound. Both albums, they're very good. They're very good. But for me, I think I have to go with Slayer again, because it's better to what Slayer represents, and is more to those values of thrash metal than Death Magnetic, which still is a good album from Metallica, but not near as their good era. So winner for me, Christ Illusion, and another 2 points for Slayer. Next one, Hardwired to Self-Destruct against World Painted Blood. This one is going to be very tough, because if you watch my videos, you'll know that I'm not a very big fan of Metallica anyways. This one specific album though, especially the first half, the second half of the album is not that great. It was very interesting for me. I have to admit that I liked a couple of songs. From the other hand, Slayer, yeah, they try to play a bit more Seasons in the Abyss on this one. Something with the production, and some ideas that I already heard them on Christ Illusion. I don't know, I think it's one of my least favorite Slayer albums. I don't listen to that very much. I listen more often Christ Illusion and the rest of Slayer than this one and Repentless, I would say. It's very close battle on this one. I have to pick someone. There's no equal albums. So I think for this one, just a little bit I'll go with Metallica, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, because it's very close to Death Magnetic as well. It is, we could say, solid album. So I would pick this one than the Slayer one. So gonna give 2 points for Metallica. And then we have their last albums, 72 Seasons for Metallica, Repentless from Slayer. Another hard choice here. I didn't like 72 Seasons. Yeah, I didn't like it. The only song is Lux Eterna, to be honest. The other ones, I think what I said about the Slayer album before, World Bathed in Blood, that they try to play again stuff that they already did. Yeah, I think the rest of the album of Metallica is like that. They try to play stuff that they're already tried on Death Magnetic and Hardwired. So I don't know. I think they try to play a little bit more heavy music, but not with the proper, let's say, heaviness that they should give. From the other hand, Slayer, they have a great song for me, Repentless, title track. Great song. This is like a classic Slayer song, Repentless. You can't go wrong with that one. As I said in my Slayer album ranking, if you haven't watched this video, please go ahead and watch it. Take Control was similar, and Implode, like this old school. The rest was a bit doom, gloom style, more slower pace, like more groovy. I'm not a big fan of that. But still, even though with only Repentless, I think it outmatched the whole 72 season album, only that song. So I will go as a winner with Slayer and Repentless on this one. So we have another 2 points for Slayer. And now let's do the summary. We have 4 Metallica albums winners, so 8 points. And 7 for Slayer, so 14 points. So we have a winner, Slayer, 14 points, Metallica, 8 points. But of course, this is just a game of points, you know, it doesn't mean anything. It depends on your preference. If you like to listen more to the Metallica music, especially even after load, some people like this style of music. Like, you have your clear winner, Metallica, you know? Like, if you're more a thrash fan, you have Slayer. Like, you have to go with Slayer. So it depends on the preference. My preference is like that. Generally, I am a thrash metaler. I could say about this myself. Thrash death. But when I find something like it's not thrash and it's good to my ears, why not? I listen to anything else. But for today, I think Slayer, for me, more consistent, more, let's say, focused on their style, not change much, just a little bit, you know, improve and include more new style of music. Of course, with that game that we do here, depends always. Slayer can compare them with another band and they can lose easily. Doesn't mean that because they won Metallica on this one. It always depends where the good albums of each band clash with the good albums of the other band, and etc. So that was for today. Until next time, see ya.